It is Saturday, and today we are going to try to build a fence for Champy and Nala. So the chickens are out there. They're basically, for some reason, just hanging out in their little house. But we got T-posts from the barn because this property has just a bunch of T-posts. And we bought welded wire, and we're going to make a little, probably like, what, 1,200, 1,500 square foot fence.
3,000 square foot.
Oh, we're doing a 3,000 square foot area. So we're going to kind of do this low rent so the dogs have somewhere to hang out when we're outside. Okay, we've been trying to build our fence for the past couple of hours. We have T-posts in different places. The problem we came across was we have very hilly property and we wanted the fence line way over there, but when it's coming up on a hill it would create a gap at the ground. So now we're making a smaller fenced in area. We've decided we're trying to get it square, and the garden will not be within the fence, which is actually good because then the dogs, we won't have to find a way to keep them out of the little garden. The garden's like on its last leg anyways. So now we have reduced the size. It's going to be a lot smaller, and it'll hopefully not, we won't have to deal with and contend with the slope at that end where it just kind of really slopes down. So eventually I'll show you guys the final product. Okay, it's about 4:30 now. We've been at this for I don't know how long, but we have a fence situation. It is not the prettiest fence in the world, but it will be a good place for the dogs. We will have to figure out down there's a gap, how to fill that in. Probably just add some chicken wire or something. But now the doggies will have a little doggy yard. That's the gap that we'll have to fill in a little bit. Nala could probably get through there. Probably not Champy, but I don't know if he would try, although he won't be unattended in here, so it may not matter. But this is a little fence. Our garden is outside the fence, so it's smaller than we originally planned on the fence, but it's better because then we have to worry about like fencing in the garden as well, so the dogs don't go in our, sorry, excuse for a garden. But it looks pretty good, and we'll put like a little gate over there, but now they have places to hang out with us when we're outside. Beagle Freedom Project, he has his little backyard. He's checking it out. Champy, do you like it? Do you like your little yard? It's not big, but it's good for you. Nana, come here. Nana. Champy. Champy has discovered that the chickens are over here. Sunday, and now we are back at it with the fence. We've been at it for a few hours. We have rigged a gate situation, which I will show you, and Matt is fixing the area where it is like, where is Matt? Wait, where is he? There he is. He's fixing that. Chickens are outside. I'm taking down our cucumbers. I'll show you how we rigged the gate. We make hinges for T-posts, and we already had this post here. It's like basically a chain link fence post that was for the previous owner's DirecTV satellite dish. We basically bought this like no-dig fencing panel. We bought 2 of them, and we kind of like overlapped them. Right now we have it zip tied, but we'll probably use galvanized steel, and Matt will like twist those together. Obviously we'll take the paper wrappers off, but we kind of put them together. We were originally going to make them 2 and make them like open up, separately, but this seemed to work out better. So we overlapped them so we'd have it long enough so the tractor could still get through here. And then we had to fill in this little piece. So because this is so close to the house, this T-post, the foundation, like the concrete comes out here. So this T-post is only in the ground about 6 inches. So this is literally just to fill the gap. The dogs won't be out here unattended, so it couldn't take any force really. It's not very sturdy, but it closes the gap. And again, Champy and Nala will not be out here without us, so that's okay. And we've made our little fence. We bought this stuff, and it comes with like, well, it doesn't come with, but you buy these little rods, and then we took these like electrical, I think they're called EMF straps, and we put that on here, and now this will, I don't even know if I can show you this on camera. Now it'll swing open and serve as our redneck fence gate until we figure out like finally how we want this and do some more permanent fencing. But this works, and it was affordable. So let me show you what Matt's doing now. This is the hilly part. Between the bottom of the fence line and the ground, there was a pretty big gap, especially in that corner. So he's like overlapping fence to make it go flush to the ground because Champy will try to get out. He has already discovered the chickens, and was trying to dig himself out of the fence to get to them. So that's what we're doing there. And over here in this little corner, again, same thing that we had on the other side. Since this fence post is so close to the house, it's only in about 6 inches, so it's not super sturdy. But again, dogs won't be out here, so it's okay, but it's enough to just fill in the gap, because you can see this is not like a sturdy post compared to one that's like actually in the soil. And then he'll fill in this gap here with some extra fencing, because again, we have so much hills that it like does never lays flush. But now we have our little fenced in like human doggy lawn area, so we'll see how this goes. It's taken way longer than we thought it would take, but it was at least pretty affordable. It wasn't super expensive until we figure out what we permanently want. And there's the chickens over there. Okay, try this again. I keep recording videos and not actually recording. So I took all the cucumbers off. They're over here in a pile because they like got some kind of, I don't know, they were just jacked up and we have way too many cucumbers. So I took them all off of there. We got to take this poultry netting down, pull out these T-posts, and that'll be it for cucumbers for us. Peppers are still doing good. Watermelons are still doing good and taking over everything. So that's our garden. It's Monday, about 4:30, and we are gonna try to potentially put the chickens outside full time now. So I'm nervous because we've never left them out when we've like left the house, and they've never slept outside and all that. But they're really, really loud in the brooder, and they don't really want to be in the garage anymore. So we're gonna test out the electrifying of the fence, and then this might be moving day for the chickens. So we have to figure out how to set up our solar charger and get the fence electrified and then test it. So Matt is pretty smart at this stuff. We have the ground rod, that's what it's called.
Yep.
Attached to the bottom. He's got the panel, the solar panel adjusted to like 50 degrees, obviously once it's upright, and now he's gonna put these little thingies that look like you're jumping a car. Is that like the same kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like terminals.
So you put those on these things, and so you just clamp it on like if you were doing a car?
Similar, yeah. This just goes into a little hole inside of it.
Okay. Thank God for Matt, otherwise I would not be able to do this. I would be so confused. Hopefully the chickens don't die out here. No hawks get them. I'm gonna be so scared the first time that we leave the house and they're outside. It's gonna be scary. Okay, now he has to connect the orange one.
Well, it's supposed to be red, positive.
Oh, red, positive. Okay, so we have it into the ground, and now I think you want to connect it to one of those, right?
Doesn't hurt to have one or both.
I think the both is to connect 2 rolls, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You can do both.
Do both.
Okay, so don't touch it.
Well, it's not on.
Oh, it's not on. Yeah, their instructions are kind of bad. Okay, so now we gotta turn it on and then use the testery thing. So now it's on. Now you like hold this at the thing. Matt's gonna try to test it now.
Yeah.
You can see? Hold on, let me zoom in. So what does it say?
4,000 volts.
That would zap me, right?
If you touch it.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna. So we have it all set up, but now we just checked the weather again, and it's saying there's potentially storms, thunderstorms until 4:45. So while they can definitely be okay in the rain and the storms, we don't want their first night permanently out here to be bad weather. Chicken people don't say you should do that. It should be nice weather. So we're gonna wait and see if the storm passes through. And if it does, we'll put them out there. Okay, so while we wait to see if the rain passes, I need to figure out my weed patch here. So originally this area had these huge canna lilies and some stupid tree and some trees of heaven. And I've been persistently pulling this stuff out, but I've let it go for a little while. The canna lilies are pretty, but they're like a pain in the butt. Well, then I just Googled or YouTubed how to get rid of them, which they're pain because they're a rhizome plant. But you can actually like eat the root, the rhizome of it. It's like a tuber. It's like mashed potatoes almost. So I'm gonna let them grow and we'll try eating them. But I need to plant snap some of these other ones and see what they are. But I'll show you what the canna lily is. Okay, so this is a canna lily. They actually are really pretty when they like flower, and there was a ton of them in here. But again, like I said, I was like, they were just crazy and like haphazardly placed. So I started pulling them out and we wanted to clear this area. But now that I learned they actually can be a useful plant, like if you wanted to eat the rhizomes, like the tubers, you could. I've got to figure out what this is. I'm not sure. It kind of has like, almost looks like a garlic bulb when you pull it out. Like there's what I pulled already. It looks like garlic. So I need to see that. And then obviously there is some like weeds and stupid shit in here that I have to get out. And we have mushrooms. I don't know if those are poisonous or not. Okay, it is Tuesday, September 1st, and this is officially chicken move out day. So now they're going to be permanently outside. The fence is electrified, so now, yep, there, one of them just hit it. So hopefully they'll learn not to do that. But now, since the rain, at least the storm seems to have passed, now we can let them permanently be outside. A little nervous. Hopefully they don't get eaten by anything. We're going to make a little shelter, like a rain feeder shelter too, so they have another place to go under. But hopefully they do okay out here. Hopefully no hawks or anything come and get them. Okay, this is basically an epic fail. We picked today to move them out here permanently, and of course today's the day there's an actual storm, so now they're scared because it's storming. So hopefully they do okay. It's raining, it's lightning. They're confused. They think they should be going in the box back in the brooder, so they don't understand. Okay, so we're gonna spray paint our 1990s, early 2000s lights. And look at what Matt found inside of here. All the dead wasp nests. Thank God we had the dude spray. So this is the before, which isn't horrible. But we're gonna use that oil rubbed bronze spray paint and show you the after. I didn't get a chance to show in the last video. Matt took down the T-post cucumber trellis that we had going there because our cucumbers were just like on the struggle bus. I think they got a pest or something, like I'd said in previous episodes or videos or whatever the heck you want to call it. So this actually looks better with that big trellis thing. So if we do cucumbers next year, we're definitely going to do more of like a cattle panel arched trellis thing, and we'll be doing raised beds and stuff. But now our pepper plants are probably a lot happier because they are not shaded by that side. Our tomatoes that we thought were going to die are actually turning red. So it does look better over here. Today I am going to this area of our property back here to rake, my favorite pastime. So our neighbor Richard, like I said last week, came and bush hogged this again for us because it had gotten pretty tall. So we're going to try to rake up some sticks and clear up as much debris as we can so Matt can like weed whack around the trees, and we can try to start mowing it. In an ideal world, we would have goats doing all this for us, but we haven't figured out how to approach the goat thing, if it's something we should do right now or not, if we're ready for another animal yet. And obviously we have to buy fencing and do all that, so there's a lot of cost involved initially with adding another animal. But a goat would be great because they would eat the weeds and the saplings and all that stuff. So that's the goal at the end of the day, to have an animal help us with this stuff. But in the meantime, there is some debris and stuff we have to get down, just like we did on the hill. Not get down, pick up. So that's what I'm gonna start doing now. They're all hanging out in their little house except for just one. She didn't realize that. Go ahead, everybody's up there.
Go ahead, Scratchy.
There you go. Okay, it is Wednesday morning, about 6:20, and it was the chickens' first night outside in their chickshaw. When we came to make sure that we could get them all in the chickshaw last night, they all seemed to think they were going back in the box to go back in the brooder, and they were pretty chirpy, so they were not ready for the change, but that's okay. I think they did okay, so we'll check on them, turn off the fence, and let them outside and see how they're doing. Hey, looks like the little babies are awake. Are you guys ready to come outside? Looks like they're awake. Looks like everybody's alive. And we left their food in there last night just because we wanted to try to make it as normal as they were, you know, as familiar as possible. So let's let them out. Try to do this holding my phone so we can see how they do. Hey babies, come out. Come on, sweeties. Come on out. Come here. Come down your chicken door. Do you want me to open the big door? They might want the big door. We'll put this up here. Let's see. Do you guys want to come out this door? Hello, look at. Say good morning. Good morning, little birds. Hi, everybody. Hello, come on out. Come outside. Yeah, come on out. Come on, you can do it. So much poopy in your house. Come on out. Eat some grass. Who's gonna be first? Come on, you can do it. Come on, Raven. Come on, Dora. Oh, Dora's first. Come on, girls. Come on out. So while they were chirping their little heads off last night, they were all piled in this corner. I mean, you can see all the poop. There's Jane. Good morning, Jane. So they were all piled over there when we put them in there. It was like raining and stuff. Hello, Bray girl. Hello. So they were not happy birds. They were just so used to us coming and get them and putting them in the box and taking them back into the brood in the garage. So they piled up in that corner, chirping and everything, but it looks like they figured it out and now they're eating. We probably won't keep their food in there all the time. We'll probably, in their water, bring it out instead of keeping it in there. But again, I just wanted it to be as familiar as possible. That's our little girl, the tiny one. Oh, everyone's figuring it out. So we'll probably bring their food in at night, bring it back out. Oh my God, she almost pooped on the little one. They're not supposed to be on here, but they don't listen. And then that's that little red dish is their grit. We're gonna make something that mounts to the wall so it's easier. And their water's back there too. But it looks like they are. Whoa, hi. They're kind of like, oh, this is cool. We're outside again. Oh, that's Brownie. Hi, girls. So hopefully, as the days go by and we gather them at night, they will be more and more comfortable with being out here sleeping. So everyone's alive. No predator attacks. So that is good. This is the last time, at least for this batch of birds, that we have to clean out the brooder. We're going to reclaim like what, 100 square feet of our garage. So bye-bye pine shavings, bye-bye brooder. Champy versus the chickens. So he just goes to the corner, wags his tail, watches them, and then usually barks and tries to dig under the fence. You being good, Champ? You leaving the birdies alone? Check out our spray painted lights. They look so much better. So it's that oil rubbed bronze spray paint, and Matt cleaned the glass. So now they look a little bit less 90s, early 2000s. Okay, it's Thursday and we're building stuff again. We're making a chicken rain shelter, feed and water shelter, so that way when they're outside, we can now hang their feed under this, and it's lightweight and we can move it every time we move their little pasture area. So once we get it out, we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it looks like they like their little rain shelter feeder. We had their food for a few hours when we were building it, so they are little hungry chickens.